Transition Radio TV brought to you by thebreastformstore.com. They have everything you could possibly need for your cross-dressing and transgender needs. Visit their website at www.thebreastformstore.com and tell them Transition Radio sent you.
The following ingredients include a look behind the scenes. Cook uncovered until hot. Add grooves to taste.
I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl.
The accident was over a year ago. A second woman has been elected president. A 12th planet has been named in the solar system. The last wild polar bear has died. I slept through it all. I was here for my waking. He called it a beginning. He said it was good. I think he may have thought that anything I did was good.
Welcome to Transition Radio, live from Milton Manors, Florida. With your host, Mark Angelo Cummings.
And your hostess, Jessica Latham.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Transition Radio, live from Marksville, Louisiana. Tonight, we have a very special guest, Kristen Beck, who was born Christopher Beck in 1966 in Long Island, New York. She is known to be the first transgender U.S. Navy SEAL with 20 years of dedication. She was interviewed by Anderson Cooper in June of 2013 and quickly became known throughout the world.
She soon became an activist for human rights, and particularly the employment rights of LGBT persons in America. She continues her campaign for equal human rights around the world and has been interviewed by various countries and gives talks and lectures on equality.
Leaving the military, Kristen has been working with the Secretary of Defense in Rapid Reaction Technology Office and has brought many projects from idea inceptions to the battlefield. Her accomplishments in the last years have made lasting impacts to the department.
She is asked to give keynote speeches and talks at various events and nonprofit fundraisers.
I am Senior Chief Chris Beck, currently in Afghanistan.
Christopher Beck served this country with great strength and great honor for 20 years.
He was a member of a special counterterrorism unit called SEAL Team 6.
He became an elite Navy SEAL, and all the time carrying a burden that finally led him to make a drastic decision.
No one ever met the real me. No one knew anything.
Chris Beck details his transformation to become Kristen Beck.
In some ways, this is way more mentally and physically rigorous than many things I've done in my past. We're Americans, and we are part of our country. It's another mission, and now I'm starting over.
It was a shock.
I had no clue. We were brothers, but I never saw a girly in them.
I like your outfit.
I think I got this out from you. This is like my new armor.
I'm here for any teen guy or teen girl.
Someone who wants to change their gender, it just doesn't seem to fit in with that lifestyle.
This is how you fight. This is how you shoot your weapons.
The real Kristen Beck.
I was beyond proud.
I fought for 20 years for life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. And I want some happiness. This is my life.
Now, please welcome to our show the lovely Kristen Beck.
Hey, Kristen.
Hey,
How
Kristen.
you doing this evening?
Hi. How you doing, Mark? Jessica?
Good to see ya.
Good to see you. We apologize.
You figured audio on me?
Yeah, we could hear you. We could hear you.
Okay.
It's and
I'm at a truck
because
stop in
we're
Atlanta,
relying
Georgia.
on Wi-Fi. Say that again.
I'm at a truck stop in Atlanta, Georgia.
What did you just say?
I'm currently moving from Florida up to Washington, D.C. I feel I need to be closer to the flagpole, so to say. Try to make some things happen up there.
Definitely. And you're doing a marvelous job in your advocacy work and just being yourself. And it's we're honored to have you on our side, and we want to thank you.
Yes, we do. Very much so. So tell us about your impressive career in the military.
Yes, it's funny. You kind of set me up. Tell us about your impressive career in the military. Well, me personally, I just was doing my job. People talk about the impressive and all your medals and everything else, and just like everyone else that's serving. And I feel the same way as far as persons in the government and you yourselves in the activism and working for the transgender community. You know, we just do our jobs and we do the best we can. And as long as you're doing the best you can, yeah, sometimes it turns out impressive. And we just all need to come together, you know, as a group. And if we can kind of get a little bit more unity with ourselves, maybe we could be an impressive group. But it just seems that it's kind of like that, you know, without having a loser, we can have no winners. I really believe we can all be winners. Yes, I had a long career, and you could say it was impressive. It was a long time, and it was a lot of hard work. But that's what it takes. It takes a lot of hard work and unity and teamwork. And that's what I did. I was a SEAL for 20 years. I believed in what I was doing. I saved more people. I've saved lives with a handshake. I really used my weapon. I used, you know, camaraderie. I used my own rapport, just working with other nations, winning the hearts and minds. I worked with the Mujahideen in Afghanistan. And, you know, I had a huge beard, and they accepted me as one of them. You know, they had me in their houses. I was eating their food. So just that handshake and that camaraderie and that unity of purpose that we all are striving towards peace. I think that's really what I did for most of my career. And I tried to continue to do that. That was my career.
Definitely. And I believe that's what's lacking in our community is that there is always so much war and so much anger. And I understand the pain and suffering that we've all gone through, but we need to put that pain and suffering aside and come from a space of love and peace. And that's the only way we're going to get our message across. You know, I don't believe that the movement or our community where it's heading at right now is beneficial for anyone. And we need to stop that because people are not going to take us seriously.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Well, just like you're saying, the unity of purpose, the unity of the message is we are still human beings. And if we could have that as a worldwide focus, there's people being persecuted in Russia. They're being murdered and, you know, dragged through the streets of so many countries around the world. And they're just like you and I. They're us. And I just think we should look at the bigger picture. You know, like you said, put aside the anger and start trying to work towards that peace. I think there is a better message. There's a bigger message.
Much bigger message. And it's, you know, by combating everyone that doesn't see things our way, we're pushing people away. This is a self journey. This is not going from one box to another box. This is something so big that most trans people don't see it. And then they fight that message when you're trying to shine a light. They look at you like the enemy. And it's, you know, well, I don't even have words.
Like I was saying, we don't have to have, you know, winners and losers. We can all be winners. We can all work together for the common goal of equality, of peace, of freedom. And that's what I really believe. I don't believe we have to divide and conquer. We can all be together. And I think it's the mentality that's grown through, I think, the overall LGBT movement, that we've been a lot of separate 501c3s, where it's a very limited leadership, it's limited funds, it's limited time, it's limited everything. And I think that's become our mindset, that we put all these limits on each other. Now, I don't want to be in a leadership position over anyone. I want to be together with everybody as colleagues and work towards that common goal. I don't want to be part of one of the 501c3s. I think we can do better than that. I think that we should all come together and really work hard as a group. I really believe we can do it. So I, for one, is going to keep doing my, my message of I have my voice, and I really believe that everyone else has a voice. Please add your voice to the mix. It's like a great painting. You can't have a painting with all one color. So your voice plus my voice plus everyone else's. Don't limit it. Now, I don't agree with everything, but I still respect your voice. And as long as you're not totally disrespecting me, and as long as you're not stepping on me, hey, that's fine. I don't mind.
Exactly.
And that's the key, it's like one hand washes the other, and we need one another. And if we destroy each other or destroy what the new name, the cis community, because they don't see us the way we want to be seen, or we battle with the LGB because whatever reason, it's like battling doesn't get us anywhere. We sometimes just by being who you are, being peaceful, loving yourself,
being visible.
Being visible, loving yourself and loving others. To me, that's the answer.
Well, I think just right there alone, we're dividing between the cis community and a trans community. I don't believe either one of those communities exists. I think we have a human community. If we don't have the cis community, who are we? It doesn't make any sense. It's a greater community of all of us. I'm not going to battle the cis community. Most of the cis community I've worked with in the Navy for 20 years. They're my brothers. They're my sisters. My parents are cis. I think that's a greater community. I don't want to separate it. I'm not going to battle everyone else to prove that I'm better or I'm different. I'm a little different, but I'm still the same. I am a human being. Give me some respect.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about. Let me ask you, do you think the military will change their views and format in dealing with transgender individuals?
I've given a couple of interviews on the same subject, and it's interesting. I've been up there at the Pentagon quite a bit lately in the last month or two, and also meeting with Secretary of the Interior just this week and a few other folks in the government. And just about a pure fact of I'm in the Pentagon, I have the badge, and I can walk around the halls, and just the mere fact of being there and presenting myself in a respectful, conservative way, pretty much, not flamboyant, not being loud. Sometimes I just sit quietly in the back of the room. And once in a while, they'll look over there and say, oh, person's here. And I'm not saying anything, I'm just there. The mere fact of me being present is like little mini victories. And that's kind of what's winning it over. It's just we're here, and they see us every day. So I've spoken with a lot of folks in the Pentagon and inside the government, and we're getting there. It's going to be a slow battle. And I hope the entire LGBT community, the T community in particular, just give it some time. This is something that's going to take a little while. It's a little more complicated than most people would imagine. And we are, going up against a staunch, conservative group of people for the most part. And so we have to take that in consideration, and it might take a little longer. I would like to see it take a couple of baby steps. I would like to see them first take that first step, just saying, hey, following a DSM-5, transgender is not a mental disorder. It's a dysphoria. It's something that can be taken care of. You can suppress it. You can go in many different directions. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing because we're treated badly. It's a bad thing because people misunderstand it and they stereotype it. Those are the bad things. So as soon as we get past that stereotypes, as soon as we can get past the ignorance or the uninformed folks that are out there right now, we're going to have some really good victories coming our way. But it's going to take a little while. I would like to see them first just change it to DSM-5. Understand that if you have a transgender person in your platoon, in your company, in a battalion, or on a ship, it's not a big deal. Just keep driving on. The person can do a great job. It's not something to immediately discharge a soldier, sailor, airman, or Marine. Keep them around. You're going to do a great job. If the person's doing their job, what's the big deal?
We need to change the way they look at us, and we need to lead by example. And by creating all this angry campaign, we're not doing that. We're actually feeding into the fact that we're unstable, and we need to just be ourselves, be out there, be loving, show people, hey, as Jess and I do in our journey, we show people that transgender individuals can be normal. And that's what we need to do. But if you sit behind a computer all day and have fights with everyone, what are they going to think? We're a bunch of angry moms. And we need to change that whole outlook.
Pick and choose the battles, because, you know, a lot of the battles that are being fought right now are worthless battles in my eye. And I think there's a lot more. Like, what you're doing, Kristen, is awesome. And I saw some things on this group that you're a part of that you have been bringing more visibility to the military about transgender people. And, you know, I think that is a big step.
Definitely.
So, what are your views regarding the trans community and the latest movement?
Well, I have been trying to stay out of all this. I find we're going to have movements, we're going to have people splitting off and all kinds of their own views, and they're going to splinter. And as they splinter, it is taking power from the overall group. It's taking away the overall message of unity. And it's too bad that these splinter groups have to happen. But I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to keep doing my own thing. And I think the greater group, or the bigger group of just transgender individuals that are seeking equality and freedom, we just stick together and let the splinter groups do their thing.
Yeah.
So, and then hopefully they come back and understand that we are all the same. You know,
well, this is not a popularity contest. Exactly. You know, this is not a popularity contest. Who transitions better? Who doesn't? You know, who's been doing it longer or who hasn't? You know, it's about fighting for what we need to get by in life. And
I don't even believe in using that word fighting, because when you're fighting something, it's almost like it persists. Finding peace within yourself and living your life, living your truth. I believe that it's an automatic. Things will take place, but we're constantly battling and constantly being angry. We're going to create all that. I'm very spiritual, and I believe what we resist persists. When we battle with things, the universe gives you more of something to battle about.
Yes. I think you just mentioned something great there about these groups. And I think, Jess, you were mentioning also, the ones that have been on hormone therapy longer or have more of a transmission. As soon as you start separating ourselves out and trying to make, you know, limits to what we're doing, or make a scale for who's bigger, better, stronger in a journey like this, it belittles the journey. We're all going to be at different points on it. We're all going to go to different extents. I don't know where I'm going to go on this, and I just want to keep on my own path and trying to become, you know, more of a compassionate human being and understanding more of what this whole thing is. Why are we here? Humanity itself is an amazing, very vast potential, limitless potential. And as soon as you start putting labels on things, saying, I've done this, I've done that, so that makes me better, it doesn't make sense. Why would you want to do that?
We deteriorate the whole purpose of what we're trying to do.
From the greater group, from humanity, and make ourselves that one little group, transgender people, and then separate further, saying, well, I'm this transgender person because I had these operations or I did this. So it keeps going from this, and then it gets even smaller and smaller and smaller. But I think I would rather be part of that bigger group, this group of humanity, of all of us as people. That's what I want to be part of.
Exactly. And not only that, and then, you know, you have the other people that are just starting out in transition, and, you know, they tend to get very perturbed very easily, I've noticed, and they get upset because they feel their transition is not going as well as this person's transition, or, you know, this, that, the other. So it's becoming a huge competition, and more people are getting hurt emotionally instead of being empowered. And I think that all of us need that empowerment to move forward. You know, it's not about passing. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's not about the dress you got or the shoes. It's about living your life and being visible to bring a voice out to the world about who the hell we are, and not all this crap that's been going on.
And I think also there's a lot of political groups that have hijacked the movement and using our plight to enhance their political agenda. And so they get everybody angry because that old saying, divide and they shall conquer.
Mm-hmm.
It's It's not working. It's really crazy. Anyway, let me ask you, how has your transition been?
It's my own journey. So for me to explain that entire journey would be kind of like the same thing we've been speaking about. I found a lot of difficulty. I found a lot of great happiness. I've met a lot of really good friends along the way. There's a sister we have in West Virginia, Trudy, who's going through some really hard times right now. And so the best thing I could do is tell you that my journey is my journey. I'm doing the best I can. Trudy's journey is her journey. She's going to do the best she can. I want to try to help her out, and I hope that we can all look at each other and look at your brothers and sisters who are on this journey of transition, of enlightenment, or whatever you want to call it, of freedom of your own soul. Help each other out. I'm going to try to help Trudy out. I've had a pretty good time. I've had a lot of support from my SEAL team brothers. I've had support from my family and friends. I'm actually sitting here in a truck stop, and across the table is one of my SEAL team brothers that I served with in Dam Neck. I had to move from Florida. He said, "Yeah, I'll help you move." So he helped me pack the truck up, and he's helping me drive right now from Florida up to Washington, D.C. So I've had a lot of good people in my life. And so I just put it out to everyone that all of our journeys are individual. You know, they're beautiful. They're not so beautiful. They're sad. They're happy. It's a balance. You know, take the goods with the bads. Understand when you're in one of those bad times, if you're in a sad time, you're going to have a good time later. It's going to be beautiful. And you're going to get there.
Definitely.
And you guys have a phone call.
And we have a phone call.
Okay.
Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, it's Michaela from Falls Church, Virginia. I had spoken with you briefly earlier when I was trying to juggle working my job and having the honor to speak with you on my iPhone. And now that I have a clear connection, I just wanted to thank you again for having taken my call earlier, Kristen. You are one courageous woman. I admire you more than I have words for. You've done so much good. Not only your entire life has been amazing, and I just wanted to make sure you know that. And just keep doing what you're doing. It's going to be an honor to get to meet you next month in D.C. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Doing an art show. She just mentioned meeting me in next month in June. On June 6th, I have a fundraiser for PTSD awareness and therapy through art. And I'm a painter, and I do pottery and a few other things also. But I found that the painting really is so relaxing. I've also done koi ponds and some other things. It's really a nice release. I think therapy through the arts is something that more people should look into. It's such a relaxing, wonderful experience. So she's mentioning that June 6th, I have an art show, a solo art show in Crystal City, Arlington, Virginia. It's just around the road from Freddy's Beach Bar, which is a really nice local gay bar in Arlington, just south of Washington, D.C. So come by on June 6th. You can find that information on my website and on my Facebook and my other things at Lady Valor.
Well, thank you, caller, for calling in. We want to share a video, another clip.
Yes.
Transgender X SEAL, I Want Some Happiness is the name of the video.
That you have this incredible bond with these people you're fighting with, and you want it to be the closest bond imaginable, and yet you can't really let yourself be yourself.
It's definitely tough. It's and we say it's strength and honor is like one of the ones that we do, and when we shake hands, you know, we shake hands and we say strength and honor. And that's still what I gave True. I gave True brotherhood. I did my best, 150% all the time. And I gave strength and honor and my full brotherhood to every military person I ever worked with. And I feel that pretty much any transgender person that is in the military right now, and there's a lot of them right now that are probably doing service. They're doing the same thing, and you would never know that they were transgender or anything. And it's just too bad because they're doing a great job, and nobody even knows it.
What would have happened if you had said to some of the SEALs you were serving with that this is who you are?
Well, it's probably very similar to some of the some of the support I'm getting right now, but it would have been only that, a few of them that would have accepted and said, hey, you're my brother and I've never seen you do anything wrong and totally honorable and it's good to go. And they might have accepted it, and maybe half and half, maybe less. I don't know. That's a chance that if I took it, I might be dead today.
You might be dead because what?
If it got out while I was in active duty, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say what the reaction would be. I don't know.
But that was an actual fear of yours, a concern of yours that
Yes.
if this got out, somebody might kill me in the field.
Yes. That's a fear I have right now. I don't know.
You're worried about that now?
Yes. There's a lot of prejudice out there. There's been a lot of transgender people who are killed for prejudice, for hatred. When the book came out, some amazing support and some amazing praises, but also some pretty amazing bigotry and hatred. And they don't want to know. It's the comments like, I will never read that book and that. And I says, wait, if you read it, you could educate yourself a little bit. And then at least, I don't want you to love me. I don't want you to like me. But I don't want you to beat me up and kill me. You don't have to like me. I don't care. But please don't kill me.
Everybody knows that SEALs are incredibly strong. In my opinion, to do what you're doing now, it requires a whole other different kind of strength.
I've seen that comment quite a bit, and some of my SEAL team brothers that they said it's a whole different type of courage, and I look at it, and it's not something that I look at myself or I say, I'm courageous. I never thought about it that way, but there have been a lot of people that say that.
What's it like to go outside now as you? I mean, is it? I imagine part of it is liberating, and there's got to be also fear.
Yes. Going outside for me right now, every time I walk out my front door, it's a challenge. It's like it's a mission, because I want to make sure that I represent all of us women in a good way.
How do you go from being 20 years a Navy SEAL, the way you would sit as a SEAL, to, the way you're sitting right now is as a woman sits?
I would say to any of the guys out there, if you put a skirt on, you automatically kind of do this, because
you're gonna sound like that. Not a lot of options.
So it's like, well, it's something that I probably have to think about a lot more. And let me step back maybe a couple of years after I retired. So after I retired, it was
You retired in 2011.
2011, yes. So in 2011, I went out in public a couple times, and I started kind of, going out the front door. Actually, I always went out the side door. But it was a very scary thing.
You went out the side door of your own house?
Yes, because I didn't want too many lights or anything, so I'd go out there and real quickly jump in my car and then drive. And I try to drive from here, because you were safe inside my own house, and then run to the car, open the car door up, and then drive away and go to a safe haven.
Where are you on this journey?
It's an amazingly long journey, and the book, The Warrior Princess, is only about the coming out. So it builds up some of my past, of my growing up, some of the SEAL team stuff, and then the coming out, and then some of the psychological aspects of that coming out. The journey I'm on right now, I just recently came out, and I'm starting to live my life as a full female. This is my life.
What do you hope happens?
I want to have my life. I want to live in peace and happiness. I fought for 20 years for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That was awesome. I like when you said about the skirt. That was funny. When you put a skirt on, you just kind of sit this way anyway. So, talk.
We can't hear you.
Uh-oh. We're having an audio issue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can't. Okay, there you go.
So I was saying that Anderson Cooper has probably never worn a skirt in his life, but I bet you after he did that, he was probably like, yeah, I bet that's true. And he might have even tried it. I was like, yeah, wow, okay.
I wonder if you women tried it.
I like Anderson Cooper. Very a gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's definitely a class act.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So talk to us about Lady Valor.
Lady Valor, the book, is in my words, and it's my story. And it's what's inside of my head and kind of the journey I'm running now. Some of it you're hearing right now. Lady Valor, the film, was shot by CNN Films, the same production company that did Blackfish and a few other really good documentaries. And that documents last year of my life, which has been pretty wild. One of the reasons I've been kind of staying out of the news a lot is because we were filming the documentary. So it's a pretty interesting story. The focus of the documentary, Lady Valor, is at military service and transgender, and it's just showing that my life, that I'm fairly normal. I still shoot, I still survive, I still do a lot of fun stuff, and I still have those capabilities. Lady Valor film, I think, is aimed a lot at middle of America. It's not aimed at New York City and, Los Angeles, San Francisco. It's aimed at, hopefully some people in Kansas and Iowa and West Virginia, Trudy's family. They're all going to watch this and get some good information. So that's Lady Valor, the movie.
Awesome. You mentioned earlier about being normal, and I truly believe that word should be just erased from the dictionary, because I don't believe that anyone per se is actually normal. And if you are normal, that means you're boring. We are spirits having a human experience, and there shouldn't be anything normal about anybody.
Wait a minute, I'm normal, so what are you saying? I'm boring?
So the whole concept is just live your life, enjoy every minute of it. Forget what Uncle Sam wants you to do. Forget what Preacher Bob wants you to do. Live your life. As long as you're not harming anybody. We don't need to be clones. We don't need to be like other people. We don't need to be placed in a box. When we die, we're placed in that box. Live life. Be happy. Be proud of who you are. Be trans. I mean, I am proud as hell to be transgender. I'm not a man.
Yeah.
When I first started this whole thing, I thought that's what I was, because everybody, is in that box. Either you're male or you're a female. And when I evolved and when I spiritually awakened, I realized, wait a minute, there's something more to me than just being a man. And I'm happy with who I am. And I think that message is so hard for most transgender individuals to capture. This is an amazing journey. Don't you feel that way?
I totally feel that way. I will refrain from using that word in the future. I apologize. You're awesome. I love that. So yeah, I totally agree. That word is definitely overused. It's never correct. There's nothing normal with anyone. So we all have our journeys and we're all individuals. I love that. Thanks.
I find that word normal very offensive.
Which is, no, she's only joking. I mean, that's the latest thing in the trans community. That word it's offensive. And then we create our own words. Well, cisgender this, transvagina that, and it's like, let's just live and be happy. My God, this is life, and it's so exciting to live, and it's so exciting to be who you are. Why do we want to be anybody else but who we are?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you have a lot of passion, and you've taken that passion into your advocacy work. Tell us a little bit more about your advocacy work, and what plans do you have for the future?
I don't think I have a plan. I think I'm just kind of winging it.
That's good. Good answer.
I see problems, and I just try to fix it. And really what I'm doing right now is my own journey, and I have friends who are active duty military serving right now who are transgender. And because I was military, that kind of was an easy segue for me to kind of go into the Pentagon and work with them and try to talk to them and let them know who I am, and then try to win that freedom, try to win that equality for my friends who are actively serving right now in the military. And so that's my current mission. My next mission, maybe I'm going to go to West Virginia and work with my friend Trudy up there. And maybe we do need to have more advocacy groups or more community involvement or understanding. And maybe it'll be an information crusade that I just want to travel to different, towns across the country. I'm going to be at the Pride event. I kind of turned down some of the major cities' Pride events, and I'm going to Springfield, Missouri. I think it's kind of in the middle of the country, and they have a hard fight. They have a lot of folks definitely hate transgender people and don't agree with LGBT lifestyle. So Springfield, Missouri, here I come. So I'm gonna continue in these smaller towns and these other areas that most of us don't go to or stay away from. Excuse me. So my new thing is probably going around the country to smaller places and trying to spread the word and to let them know who we are, that we are just people trying to live a life and on a journey. Mark, did you notice I didn't say normal?
Yes. And Kristen, I believe that a lot of the education needs to be given to our own community. I believe that as much as we're harping on trying to teach others about who we are, I think a lot of our community don't even know who they are themselves. And they want to be something because they feel that they need to fit into this box. And I reiterate, they're angry. And I think a lot of the advocacy work needs to be for our own community. Exactly. I really, truly do. I think that they don't realize how great they are. They don't realize the beacon of light they have in their heart and how important it is for them to be in contact with that beacon of light and spread love. We are here for a reason. Exactly. God doesn't make mistakes. God is the universe. The great I am does not make mistakes. We are here for a reason.
Exactly.
A total reason. And I'm sure you believe that because I sense your spirituality.
I'm definitely a spiritual person. I think we all are spiritual in some way. We are energy. I think when I look inside of myself and everyone else looks inside, there's something there. We have a spark to humans that the animals don't have. I mean, I have a pet dog. His name is Bo. He's kind of close. He's kind of a person there, I think. But there is something special to human beings. We do have a soul. We have something. So I want to go towards that, and I hope that other people see it.
Yeah, it's about
join these journeys.
Exactly. And when I was a little girl, oh wait, did I just say that?
She loves to, because
it just drives me crazy when I hear that come from somebody that's transgender. We do have a past as a different gender. Now we are a different gender, and we're living our lives as who we feel we are. That's fine. But you know what? We were never little girls. Sorry. And Mark was never a little boy.
No, I was a little girl. I was truly a little
You were a little girl,
I was a little girl. But,
now you're just a big girl.
Yes, that's right. Just a big girl. It's like sometimes I think we take ourselves too serious.
If you would have seen me about a year ago, you would have seen me in real high heels and very short skirts. I was kind of acting like a little girl. So maybe in some ways we kind of have to figure things out on our own. So, but my little girl phase was about 3 months, and it was last year.
Yeah, I think we all do go through that like second puberty thing.
Yeah, that's
where
what it is.
we never got to do this, so it's like we go out and we wear these things and we're like, God, this looks terrible. I look like I'm 15 and it's ridiculous looking. I gotta go do more age appropriate stuff.
It's all about regrowing. You're reinventing yourself. We're shapeshifters. We're creator gods in the making, and it's a beautiful thing. I just wish all my trans brothers and sisters would realize how much of a blessing they truly are, that this is no mistake. Embrace who you are. Don't hate yourself. Don't hate the world for not understanding. Be gentle. Be compassionate with them so they can have compassion with you.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so I appreciate you guys. You are putting out some good word. I don't agree with everything you say. I think I agree with about 98.3%.
That's fine.
And I hope nobody agrees 100% with me. I don't say all the right things all the time. I think we all make mistakes and we're all learning along the way. And I hope that a lot of the other folks that feel they are perfect and feel they are doing everything correct, that they come around and they say, hey, we're all learning. We're all brothers and sisters in this life, learning humanity. So we'll figure it out. I hope that they come on board and just become human beings and are happy with themselves.
And just basically agree to disagree. We don't have to always be right, and you may not agree with my views, but there's no need to name call and they get upset. And it's like, look, we each have our different way of seeing things. Let's just respect one another and honor each other. Like they say in the Buddhist or in the Hindu belief, namaste, the God in me honors the God in you. We each have our journey. We're here for a reason. We're complicating it, and there's no need to complicate it, really.
What, you don't agree with me, Mark?
No.
You're a big duty head.
And that's I'm a big duty head. I've been called so many things in the community, and it's just people that sometimes I wonder if I should get a bodyguard but I'm true and I'm real and I'm passionate. I mean no harm to anybody. I want humanity, not just transgender people, humanity in general to wake up and realize, why are we at war? Why are we fighting? We're all in this together, you know?
Well, you speak a lot about the community. And
we die, we all...
You're speaking a lot about the community and the community struggles,
say
and
that
we
again?
are trying to put ourselves in boxes. Now, I'm just going to try to stay away from that. I'm just going to keep doing my thing and my journey. If some people also figure that out and they break out of those boxes, or they break out of those stereotypes that we have to be, this special little group. I don't really want to be that special little group. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be abnormal. I just want to be myself. So maybe we can all kind of come a little bit more in that direction. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, thank you so much for the time, and we apologize to the viewers with the internet in and out and Skype and all that stuff. But I think the message got across, and that's what we aim to do: is let our brothers and sisters' voices be heard. And again, we don't always have to agree. We would agree to disagree as long as we're amicable with one another and realize that it's all about love, unconditional love.
We think you're absolutely awesome, Kristen.
Definitely.
I don't know about it.
Last words?
Thank you very much. You two are wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So are you, sweetie.
Take care. Much love.
Namaste.
Yes, namaste.
Namaste. Well, we will take a commercial break to announce our other sponsor, and we'll be right back.
With clips from Transgender Highway and the transition video of the week and a little parody at the end. So stay tuned. Dr. Varden Madirosian is a facial feminization surgeon in Jupiter, Florida. He did a fellowship in facial plastic and reconstructive surgery with one of the fathers of facial feminization surgery. He has also completed an extensive training in FFS for the past 6 years, working in close contact with his mentor. Dr. Madirosian performs surgeries in his office in a fully licensed operating room or in the local hospital with highly trained and reliable staff. Give him a call today at 561-624-0900. That's 561-624-0900. Dr. Madirosian is highly qualified and understands our needs. And we're back. We have embarked on an amazing journey, leaving everything behind and are living full-time in an RV. We want to share with you the journey and the many places that we have visited, and there'll be more to come.
We hope that through our journey, we open hearts and minds, educating the community and those outside of the community regarding transgender issues.
And I believe that's the way we're going to make change, not by arguing, not by yelling, and not by pushing our views down people's throats.
That's right.
I wanted to share the clip, and this is the beginning. This is going on our third month or second month traveling.
Something like that.
Yeah, we lose track of time. This is kind of...
calendar no longer exists.
No, neither does the clock. But we wanted to bring you back on when we left Wilton Manors heading towards Georgia, and the episode is called The Journey Begins.
this is our place.
He's telling me how to go. This way?
Trying to start a fire on film.
I'm not getting you, I'm just getting the fire.
You can get me. Oh, okay. Starting a fire. Using the pyro skills.
You know what's really good is that lint from the dryer.
Oh, we forgot to get some.
Yeah, that really starts fires. I took a whole bunch with me when I did my first journey, and that's what we use, and that thing sets up a fire really good.
It's a beautiful night. Look, you can see the moon.
Let me
see if you
pan
can get
it.
a shot of that.
Beautiful moon. The sunset.
Getting it going. And we're going to be cooking our dinner on this lovely fire. Although it smells like ass because we're using toilet paper. This is the stuff we can't flush down the RV, so we might as well put it to good use.
Right.
And start a fire with it.
See, that's...
Okay,
okay, you might want to get rid of the towel.
The wind shifted. Well, we just got out of the...
And there is finally fire. Only took us an hour, but we got it. A little cotton ball and alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and
a whole roll of toilet paper.
A whole roll of toilet paper and some dry leaves and moth. But here we go. We created fire. Yeah.
Hey. Okay. Got a nice little fire going. Haha. Got dinner on the fire. Tilapia. Yes. Now that's awesome. It's nice and warm because it's cold outside. It's about 70s, 75 in the day, and it's about, gets down to like 40, 30 in the middle of the night, so it's dark, and I don't know if you could just see me or not, but I doubt it. It's so dark out, it's like insane. That's a beautiful thing. There's camp, and there's little Miss Bitsy fluffing her chair like a kitty cat. Ooh, got some snap crackle pop going on. Woohoo! And here's the finished product. Ooh. We only had smell-o-vision. Smells delicious. I'm starving. Like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly. No makeup. Smell like a smoke pit, but hey. Don't be zooming in on me.
No, I didn't mean to.
Okay, that part you'll have to cut out.
Yeah, right. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. All right, folks. Love you.
Time to eat. Yummy.
We've gotten better with the camera.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're Can you see me as she's pointing out the fire? Yeah.
No, I pointed back to myself, but I figured it had night vision, so it would show me. It'd be like Blair Witch. Whatever. Blow me.
Usually, have to turn that feature on, Jessica.
I know. Hey, you know what? Both of you, shut up. Do you know what the letters STFU mean?
Yeah, okay.
Good. Utilize them,
You
please.
cisgender man, you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, all them terms.
Anyway. The road to transition can be challenging and may make you invisible, but once you get yourself in the right headspace, the rewards are like the ace of spades.
No, it won't be easy, but well worth the wait. Be strong. Be patient. There is a point of revelation that'll help you understand why you had to travel this path. And now, for the transition video of the week with Hello Glamorous. a nice transformation.
Yes.
Please send us your video to transitionradioshow@gmail.com. Notice that a lot of people say that. You even said that to me when you first started. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go where? I mean...
Well, you know, long way to go.
Long way to go where? I just...
To get to where I want to be.
But be where? I mean, you are who you are. You live in the now. It's not a race. It's not whatever. We're not turning from a pumpkin into a prince or a princess.
How do you say that again?
I don't know. What did I...
You said... How do you say the P word?
Princess?
No.
Poppy?
No, the other one.
I don't know what you're talking about anyway.
The pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
You said pumpkin.
No, pumpkin, whatever. You know, it's a self journey where you don't need to sit there the whole purpose of passing or all these words that the transgender community use. Be yourself. This is, I don't get it. And I think this is why people have such a hard time accepting us, because it's not at all what you think it is, people. That's all I'm saying, you know? And, you know, you're entitled to your beliefs, but it is bigger than what you even care to know. Yes. Anyway, we want to thank Gay Live TV. We want to thank Joe, our wonderful producer. We want to thank our guest, Kristen Beck, for being such a wonderful advocate and for
being such an amazing, and for amazing person.
And then I really thank our sponsor, and our viewers, and our friends, and our foes, and our enemies, and everybody else.
So we've just decided to add a little perk to the end of the show.
Yeah, a little parody. A little parody.
Music parody.
It's important to laugh. We can't take this so seriously. Really. We can't.
So
be happy.
So
let go of the anger.
If you ever heard the song Sexy and I Know It by laughing my fucking ass off, here we go with the parody of that song.
Oh, I want to say before we say, visit our blog at Transgender Highway.
transgenderhighway.blogspot.com.
Yes, and you could. We write things in there, and we put the videos and whatever, and follow us. And our next location is we're leaving tomorrow morning to Texas.
To Lockhart, Texas.
Yes. So anybody who wants to meet up with us, slap us around a little bit, give us little kisses, whatever you want to do. We're up for it.
Okay, pervert.
Oh, yeah, I'll start calling me a pervert. It's not bad enough that all the other trans women hate me out there and whatever else. But I'm not that bad.
Now, good night, we love you.
But
remember to always love yourselves, too.
Good night.
Good night. Now for the parody of the week.
Yes.
Yeah, this is how I roll. Paper bag pants out of control. You can find me at the glory hole. Running through the wall for a quick free blow. Girl, look at my body. Girl, look at my body. Girl, look at my body. I ain't trash. Please give me some money. Please give me some money. Please give me some money. I ain't trash. When I walk in the spot, this is what they see. Okay. An old dirty man that drinks his old pee. Got a disaster in my pants, and I ain't scared to show it. Show it.